I understand that maybe you've had one too many shots to the head, and you don't quite understand and don't quite get it. So I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to do it slowly, though, so you can understand. I'll even use really small words. What is going on, YouTube? It's Craig here, Reviews for You. Alright, so, well, I'm finally on Dave Bautista. Alright, so he's finally just throwing his little SJW crap out there again. Alright, so I'm going to go through the sequence of events. Alright, so as of a month ago, when James Gunn's tweets got found out, of course, well, that's Trump's fault. Yeah, it's Trump's fault. That's what it is. James Gunn was throwing his crap around over some guy that just, was agreeing with Ben Shapiro. And James Gunn decided he would throw his politics up into the mix. And, well, we see exactly where that got him. But anyway, so Dave Bautista, he starts his little rant of tweets. And I'm going to go through his little rant of tweets with his little pink tutu and his little halter top and everything else on there. I will do what I'm legally obligated to do. But at Guardians without at James Gunn is not what I signed up for. Guardians of the Galaxy without James Gunn just isn't Guardians of the Galaxy. Sure it is. It's also pretty nauseating to work for someone who'd empower a smear campaign by fascists and hashtag cyber Nazis. Okay. So, that proved the first point that he's a freaking twat waffle. SJW. Alright, there's your Mr. Social Justice Warrior right there. Alright, so he had all this strong conviction and he's going after the man, the authority. Alright, well, his next tweet was just as screwed because, if as long as they keep his script, as long as they keep his script, I'll do the movie. Okay, so now you're starting to back up? You're starting to back up, right? Because, this is your only paycheck. It's your only paycheck. Period. You have no other job skill. You went into UFC, you fought one fight against the most out-of-shape looking dude ever. That was, I think his record was 60% losses, 40% wins in like 40-something fights. So everybody has beaten him like a freaking pimp would beat a hooker. Alright, but you went up against him and you damn near got your ass beat. Alright, but not saying you're not a tough dude. Just saying not UFC material. Alright, wrestling, you always got a humongous push. And I never really understood it because your wrestling technique really isn't all that great. If you look at the other guys that wrestle and everything else, and if you follow wrestling, Bautista is a big old dude. He's ripped, but his wrestling technique and his smack talk is just crap. I mean, it's just crap. All right, so let's look at it this way, Bautista. You are no Dwayne Johnson. Okay, you are not The Rock. You do not dictate how things go. You do not get to dictate anything. And the fact that your word had absolutely no impact on Disney's decision to let Gunn go has really got you pissed off. So now you got you backing up. Okay, well, as long as they use James Gunn's script, I'll go along with it, but I won't like it. Okay, just another way to try and save face, I guess. Because the fact is, it's your only paycheck. Plain and simple. It's your only paycheck. There's not a humongous demand out there for Dave Bautista. Period. At all. So, we'll go through his most recent tweets because I find these just freaking hilarious. Just hilarious because he finally does respond on Twitter. Which, I mean, figured he would, but, So, he responded, so thanks at Disney. Double exclamation point. Oh my God. That means he really means it. He should have done that in all caps. Making America great again. What in the hell does Donald Trump have to do with the fact that James Gunn got fired? for pedophilia and rape tweets, working for supposedly a family-oriented company. That is their image. I understand that maybe you've had one too many shots to the head and you don't quite understand and don't quite get it. So I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to do it slowly, though, so you can understand. I'll even use really small words. All right. Disney, that's a small word, is a company. I know company is a big word, but there's not a smaller one. You can say business or anything else, but either way, company is the smallest of the ones. Disney is a company. As a company, they can't, see, I'm just going to use a contraction because cannot, I mean, I could use that too, but they can't, okay, being family oriented, and I know oriented is a huge word. Google it, okay, Google it. Being a family oriented company. This is what their image, you know about image because you come from wrestling. And in wrestling, image is everything. You're building a brand. You, Dave Bautista, were a brand. All right? I used to go to WWE events to go watch Dave Bautista. Not just Dave Bautista the person, Dave Bautista the brand. The same way The Rock is now a brand. The same way, and I'm even going to throw it out there, old school Hulk Hogan, a brand. He built a brand from himself. I understand. Now that is something that you should understand, Dave Bautista, because you built your own brand wrestling. And I had the utmost respect for what you did. Your wrestling ability wasn't the greatest. Your smack talk wasn't the greatest. But you built a brand. And to be honest with you, I really enjoyed you in wrestling. It's when you start throwing political views out there and start blaming everybody else, instead of blaming the actual person that did the shit, is where I have a problem. If you did something wrong, Dave, would you man up to it and own up to it and take the consequences? There was never even a chance that James Gunn was going to get his job back. All right? This was a courtesy meeting, period, just to clear the air. That's all it was. By him and Alan Horn, there was not a chance in hell that James Gunn was going to get his job back. So the fact that you're upset at Donald Trump over this, wow. I don't know, man. Maybe you got like shit going on up here that just really shouldn't be there. So now today's tweets, which I find completely hilarious because he tweeted it yesterday. He tweeted it again today, and he loves this article so much he's probably going to tweet it tomorrow too. It's an article actually by Screen Rant, which is the most leftist piece of crap, freaking shill piece of junk website out there, where they're blaming alt-rights and alt-right did this and okay, so you're wanting to tell me that the alt-right made James Gunn do these tweets? So you're going to tell me that the alt-right made James Gunn go to these pedophile parties? So you're going to tell me that the alt-right is the one that gave him his sick-ass twisted sense of humor? Go back through jamesgunn.com, Dave Bautista. You can go to archives, web archives, and go back through there, even though it's taken down. You can go back through there and you can find all the sick shit that this fucker has done. All right, and maybe you'll start to understand. There's nothing on the web that you can't find. Just because you take it down doesn't mean it ain't there. So keep on with this. This is the biggest mistake. Big mistakes, by letting James Gunn go is what this article is. All right, Disney not rehiring James Gunn is not a big mistake. A big mistake would have been keeping James Gunn, because you would have had every soccer mom in the entire country not taking their kids to any Marvel movies or any Disney movies. So you have to understand this from a business point of view. From a business point of view, no one is irreplaceable. Not even you, Dave Bautista. And you keep poking at the bull there. Remember, you're already dead in Infinity War. You don't have to come back. If you want to turn down your multi-million-dollar freaking deal for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and you want to do it for your friend James Gunn, more power to you. You know what? I got respect for sticking up for your friends. But I got absolutely no respect for James Gunn. Dave Bautista. Dude, you really need to pull your head out your ass. You've been in Hollywood way too long. And I'm just going to give you some political advice. Don't post political views on Twitter if you don't know politics. Because it opens you up for people that actually do know politics to tear your ass apart. So don't blame Trump for James Gunn's pedo and rape tweets because he had absolutely nothing to do with it. If you're going to blame anybody for James Gunn's rape tweets and his pedo tweets, how about you go back to the source, which is James Gunn? Now, do I want you to hold up and not go back to Guardians of the Galaxy 3? You may not be giving Disney a choice. And to be honest with you, from what you've already done and what you've already said, they could fire you even though you're under contract because you are in breach of contract. Whereas James Gunn wasn't in breach of contract because this happened beforehand. This is actually happening now, which is why he got his settlement, which his settlement also included part of the script. Part of that money was written for the script. So one way or the other, you can't have it both ways, Bautista. Plain and simple. If you tweet this again tomorrow, I'll put another video up ripping your ass again. If you tweet it again the next day, I'll put another article up ripping your ass again. You know, the best thing that you can do is let this shit go and just move on. Because we're extremely tired of it. And every time you do this, you bring Guardians of the Galaxy down. You bring Disney down. So don't be surprised if you're left on the outside actually looking in. I'm Craig. Reviews for you. Honest reviews, honest opinions just for you. There's the opening crawl t-shirt. Finally got one in. All right. We will see you guys in the next video. I am out of here.